We got a special interview for y'all. One of the legends of Sioux City, if not one of the OGs, because I don't know who hit that shit as hard as you did during your time like that. Maybe I'm just misinformed, and I don't know too much here, but that's what we're learning. We got you today.
Yes, sir.
We got Sir Brady Raps here.
What's up, everybody?
I want you to introduce yourself to the people a little bit, tell them what you do and what you're about.
Yeah, yo. So I'm Brady Raps. Obviously, I rap. I make music around here. I've been making music publicly, I guess, for, I don't know, since about 2012. And I think from 2013 to maybe 15 or 16, I didn't really do anything. I moved up to Minneapolis, was having a kid and stuff. Right before I moved, I started making a lot of freestyle videos and just recording little fun tracks and stuff. And then I quit when my daughter was born. I quit making music for I don't know, maybe a year. And then the song Panda. Do you remember that song by Designer?
For sure.
That beat was crazy. So I was like, I'm gonna write a track to this. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And dropped it, and it got love. So I told my wife at the time, hey, I'm gonna try this music thing again. Give me 1 year, and if I don't get any listeners, blah blah blah, anything like that, well, we're done. I won't fuck with it no more. I'll worry about the kids. And so the first month, what I did is I just started this page, and I was like, I can't think of a name. So I was Brady, and I rap, so I'm Brady Raps.
Yeah.
And I started my Brady Raps page 2017. And I remember I just started adding anybody. Yeah. I went on my old profile and just boom, 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 and added a bunch of random people and started releasing little quick 1 minute tracks, fun little freestyles and
a lot of remixes too.
Yeah. I like doing remixes a lot.
I've seen that.
And for some reason it caught on and I started getting a lot of love. And and it just went from there. Started getting offers for shows and shit, and then just worked on making my name known, and I was the guy, I was quantity over quality at the time. I just wanted to put out so much material, so I didn't give people a choice. They were just going to listen and hear it,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And see, this is the monumentous movement that you've been making for yourself, you've been doing all this music for yourself and everything, and the people. I want to take it back a little bit. Growing up, how was the environment around you? How was it because I want to know how you became Brady Raps that you are today.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's a lot that you're going to end up doing,
Yep.
I just feel that you have a future in this career, obviously. You've been around this long, so I think, and you're still rapping as good as you were, and even better. So for sure, I would say there's a future for you.
Yeah.
But as far as your past goes, how was that upbringing for Brady Raps?
As a kid, my mom has me, and I have another sister who's 26 now. Her and I have the same dad, but my mom and my dad ended up divorcing. And I got 4 other siblings from a different father. And they're actually mixed. So when I was young, I grew up in a mixed cultured household, So
right.
A lot of my stepdad and my uncles, they made music, and they're from Louisiana. And then some other people I knew, their homies and stuff, all made music. Shout out to the I-29 boys, and
shout out.
I call him my uncle, J9, Jimmy Coleman, and Butter G, and all them guys. I just saw them rapping, and I was the young little white dude trying to, when I was young, I was trying to be something I wasn't. I was trying to look hard, sound hard. And I was like, man, I want to rap with you guys. Because all I was doing at the time was recording people. And how I got started was when they'd be done with their music, I'd start writing my own music and then recording myself secretly,
Yeah.
And yeah, so it just went from there. And then I slowly started getting good. And they're like, damn, this is pretty good. So it was just the people I was around, and being in a multicolored household, with different, they had different likes than what I was used to, and then I started just seeing all this other things and put everything together. My mom's family lives up in Hinton, on a farm, right? So I'd grow up on the farm like when I'm at my grandma's, ride horses, listen to the country and all that shit. And then when I'd come home, it'd be different environment. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
my stepdad just did a lot of time in the feds because he sold drugs at the time when he was younger, you know, and so it wasn't always perfect growing up. Like I learned a lot, but it helped me learn a lot about life. So I just have a good. I think that's why I like to make music because I appreciate music so much, like rock and country, and then I listen to rap a lot too. So I think a lot of my like flow and shit comes from them different musics I listen to and the genres of
Yeah.
music. And yeah, so that's basically how I got started. I always love music and I have a weird obsession with words. Like words feel like a puzzle to me. Like I like to when I write a song, it's like a big puzzle. Like each piece has to fit, each syllable has to match. And so yeah, I always love that. And I was like, I know how to record people already, so I'm gonna make my own music. And
Yeah.
that's kind of how it started.
How was that feeling of when, you know, your family around you were like, oh snap, this you know, this boy got some, you know?
Yeah.
How was that feeling of being almost accepted into the rap game kind of, you know?
It was cool. Like, so I was so nervous. Like
Right.
I would tell my mom, like I'd show my mom little stuff. I remember I had notebooks and notebooks, full of lyrics. And I'd always be like, Mom, how's this sound? Mom, how's this sound? You know, my mom's always going to be like,
For sure.
that was cool. That was really good. I'm proud of you. And it wasn't until like, I don't know, I was probably 16, 17, and I would be at the studio with these guys right over on 20th and Rebecca. That was like a trap house studio. Like it was awesome there. Like I learned a lot about life there. Like that was crazy. But they said, okay, hey, we know you're good. We know you can write. You can get on a song with us. I'm like, all right, bet. So I wrote a song or a verse for the song, and he listened to me spit it. He's like, nah, throw it away. He made me rewrite my whole verse. So that's a big reason why I think I've gotten better too, because I'm not satisfied until I feel it's good, and I appreciate them for doing that. But when I finally made it good enough and they wanted me on the track, that shit was dope. Like I felt like, damn, my old homies, like my big homies, fucking got me on a track, you know, like. And from then I did a show with them. My first ever show, I was like 16 or 17, 2011. No, 2010. And it was down at an old bar called Zahner's. It's actually random. It was a gay bar, right? But they do shows, like, and they had like $1 Long Islands. I remember, so I was in that motherfucker at like 11th grade in high school, and I remember I popped some ecstasy, like, so I was young and crazy, you know. I fucking I'm rambling about this. It's just another story. I'm gonna talk about it because it's dope. But I remember doing this. I was so nervous, and my uncle's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get you one of these Long Islands." Because I already popped that bean. I was fucked up, you know. I'm biting my jaw and shit. And I remember getting drunk, just having a great time, young as fuck, and got on stage with my big homie Butter, and he's like 6'7", like 280 pounds, big boy, big ass boy. And he's hype. So I was on stage and I didn't really know what to do at the time, where to stand, how to act. And he's fucking bouncing around, and how he's doing this, his elbow, boom, hit me right in my lip. So I had a fat lip while I'm on stage performing. But yeah, so like being able to record with them and do a show, man, that was the best feeling ever. I felt like I made it. Like, you know, even though it's like just doing a little local show and writing a verse, I felt like I made it. Cause
it's almost like rejection gave you the knowledge to be accepted. In a certain way.
It did. And that's why, like, I'll do that same thing. Like, some people get mad at me for it, but like if someone hits me up and is like, "Hey, will you listen to this?" I'll tell you how I feel about it, you know? Like, and I don't ever mean it in a disrespectful way, but like, I'm going to always tell you what I think could be better, because we all could be better. I don't want to be a yes man, because if I tell you every single video you shoot is the greatest video I've ever seen, what are you going to work for? You're going to be like, oh, well, I'm just the shit, you know? Everyone has room for improvement, always. And I still like, when I send something, I like good feedback. Like, definitely, you know, like, I try to do well with constructive criticism. Like, I want people to give it to me, and I want to give it to you. I want us all to do better. Like, you know.
No, I've definitely felt that because first starting, doing the videography stuff, everybody's like, oh shit, like Nasty's the shit, and then I got the wave of dissatisfaction, of people being like, oh, can you redo this? Can you redo that? And I was just like I almost took it personally.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you trying to fuck with my work? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I started learning just from working with people. I was just like, they're not trying to attack me here.
No.
We're just trying to make the best project we can possibly make. Yeah. And any information that you can get to like better yourself forward, you should take not for granted, because that's information from someone else that can help you. And there are times that like you definitely need to like listen and not act on things like that, just because sometimes there are like people have different styles. You know what I mean? Some people will listen to a rap song and just hate it because it's rap. So like sometimes it's like you got to almost pick and choose and just take everything in and just almost have your own like filter for it. Yeah. Your own filing cabinet for it, Yeah. Yeah.
Because that goes back to, we can all do better. I mean, you learn new things from people's opinions on something. So
right.
If someone wanted this done, you're like, oh, well, that's a different style than what I'm used to, but hey, I'm going to learn it. And so that's what,
So when you started dropping music, like remixes, little snippets, around 2017, what age were you around this time? And what did that rise from like there to like 2-3 years from there? How did that like lay out for you?
So I was probably, my daughter was born when I was 23. And it was like about a year after she was born she was born in 15, but like middle of 2016, early 2017 is when I did that. Because for a while I was dropping it on my personal page. Yeah. And then I made that like a couple months after I started dropping music. And so like it took, I don't know, I was like, 24. And it didn't take long. There was this video called it was called For That Pussy. It was a TikTok thing or like a trend. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to make a remix. And that ended up popping off and getting like 30,000 views.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So it happened quick. I got a lot of followers. And then my big homie Warren Peace, Mario Tapia, he was the first person to ask me to do a show. So it happened really quick. And I was young. Like I'm 30 now. So I was like 23, 24. So and it's been about 6-7 years that I've been Brady Raps, So it's been a journey. It's been cool.
When I hear Brady Raps, and I think about your music, it's almost to a point right now where I can't put you in a category as far as like, I know you rap, but it's like you are changing up your style here and there, because recently I've heard like some like almost just you getting your shit off your chest, you know, where it's like, let me just rap. Let me just fucking talk real quick, Like, it's almost like you're not even like trying to rap really. You're just trying to get your shit off. Yeah. And I like that flow from you. I like how you do like the aggressive, rap. And like, when you're talking your shit too. Yeah. Like there's different ways that you go about making your music. Yeah. And I think that's something that like others out there should be looking into as well, and just not sticking to a box,
And that's why I do it, because like, so I don't like to be stuck in one box. Right. Like, I like to make music, so I want to make all types of music, and I don't really have one style. That's one thing I never wanted to do, is have one style. Yeah. And I remember someone told me like something about how I do these remixes, and can you make real music though? And I'm like, yeah, but I like to just fucking rap. I like to snap off, because I started listening to battle rap like heavy when I was young, like Cassidy. I love Cassidy. So I'm super competitive. So it's like when I spit some bars, I want to let you know that I can spit fucking better than you, like in a nice way, but like.
But you're just passionate.
Yeah, I'm passionate. Yeah, so like, so a lot of times I'll bar out and I'll make a song that's 3 minutes of straight bars, because I like that shit. And I've never been the type. I want everyone to like what I like. But at the end of the day, like, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do with my music. Yeah. That's how I've always been. Like, and maybe that's why I'm not anywhere farther than I am, because I'm stubborn. Yeah. And I'm not going to be told how to do this or that. I will let you give me some criticism or advice. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do it how I want to do, because like how you said you're working for someone when you're doing videos. When I'm making my music, I'm working for me, right? You know, so I want to, if I'm on someone's track, I'll do it how they want. But for me, that's why I always put out these little videos. And that's why some of my videos I record at home by myself. I don't go to a studio because it's good enough to listen to. But I've had people tell me like, well, can you make actual music? We know you can rap. So I'm like, you know what? I've been going through a lot of shit lately. So that's why I was like, I'm going to start writing some personal shit, like heartfelt shit.
Right. Okay.
And just to show like I can do that. I can do any type of music you want. I just love making music, you know. I don't, like you said, I don't want to be in a box. I want to just express myself how I'm feeling. And a lot of times in my music, what song I write is how I'm feeling there. I don't take no more than an hour to write a verse. So like, and then I'll drop it and put it out. So it's just whatever I'm feeling at the moment is what I record.
And you've been seeing progress, like you said, it happened really fast. You know, even I've been seeing like, I haven't been keeping up too much. I'll be real.
Yeah, that's all right.
But you've been having like good growth on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, like I seen like them take down your account or something like that. What happened with that?
So like, I don't know. I had a couple profiles. I had one ran up to like 13,000. The other one was like 35,000.
Oh shit.
Followers. So total I had like almost 80,000 followers. And just shit in my songs. Like if I talked about like when I used to sell fucking weed and shit like that or fight or I'd post a funny video and it would violate their standards and I'd appeal it and eventually they just yeah. So it's just stupid, bro. But like Facebook now, I was getting paid on TikTok, but now I moved over to just strictly Facebook and trying to grow that and my YouTube and stuff like that. And Insta. So
and see, like at the end of the day, it's a rough world because when you're so real, you don't you know, most of the real people don't get that far in life. At least in what they really want to do is because like they have morals, they stick to a code. And that's like the sad part of like what that is, like of just being real, you know. So like the fact when you get someone that does act in a certain way and does base their whole lifestyle just off of like their thought process, you know, you trust yourself enough to be like, maybe I'm not doing the right thing for someone else, but I'm doing the right thing for me. And as long as that's there at the end of the day, like I can sleep, you know? And I see that a lot in you. And I think that's what is one of the most, like things that people are attracted to. You know?
I'm unapologetically me. Someone said that to me the other day and it stuck with me because that's how it is. Like, and that's what I told someone. Someone asked me like, hey, how could I get bigger on social media? So just be you.
Right. There's no
they're gonna either hate it or love it. A lot of people
be fake as fuck and you know.
Fake it till I make it. I could do that, but I don't like that. That's just cheesy, you know.
Exactly.
So,
So going back into this conversation, I want to ask you one thing. It's kind of a thing that I want to almost ask every like artist that comes in here. I just think that certain people can answer it and certain people can't.
Okay.
What is the state of rap right now, locally and globally?
Okay.
What do you think?
So I'll start locally. I think locally it's good. There's a lot of good up and comers. Crisis and my homie Live Once and his brother Levi.
They're
and
I think they're going with
Forewarn. Yeah. And I like Crisis a lot. There's a lot of youngins. If I don't mention a name, it's not like that. But I think it's good. So when we were coming up, there's some people that didn't want it. Like it was different styles and the boom bap styles or you know the old school throwback styles, and they did everything without a lot of technology like we got. So they thought people get it misconstrued that we don't have talent and it's all easy for us. And I understand because people are very prideful in hip hop and that's dope. I love that. And I am too. Like, and I've studied this shit a lot too. And some people get it twisted that, my generation don't give a shit about the history or whatever, but I respect hip hop so much and the people that did it before us, like Jason Reiner and Biggs and the homie Lance Kaiser, Flose, all them homies, man. Like they explained to me, there wasn't a rap scene back in the day.
Definitely.
So it's good that what they did for us. Like they opened doors and found venues for us. Jason Reinert's one of the he's from Dad. I don't know if you heard
Oh,
Dad.
right. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's
shout out to them. Yeah, for
shout
sure.
out to them. Jason and Mark, man, they're like my big brothers. Mark was in my wedding, one of my groomsmen, and Jason DJ'd my wedding. So they've been, and they're like my mentors. Like when I started making music again.
Damn, I wish I was invited to your wedding, man.
Yeah, dude. If I'd known you,
like everybody was fucking there. I was
bro,
like, that shit sounds dope as fuck.
It was lit. Burnaby, do you know Burnaby?
Yeah.
He did a video for us.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yep, and K-Mez, she shot the pictures, so
nice.
It was fun. But back to that, like they were my mentors, and and I got to give them thanks because like they made opportunities for my group to start getting in the doors and started doing shows. So this younger crowd, I always made sure I want to make them feel comfortable and like, hey, hit me up if you need advice. Like there are times where some of these young kids come in and they're very full of themselves, and no names or nothing like that, but just I notice like they need to just slow down and learn, take things in, man. Like there's, even if you have talent or whatever, like pay your respects, because to your older, your OGs and your big homies, like always respect your big homies, and that, because that's what we do. And it's like, I ain't saying you have to, but like I'll let you know, like you're gonna get through and learn a lot more if you give respect, you'll get it back, and that's respect is a big thing for me. So
and the thing about that is that people don't realize that respect can be separated with like the amount that you fuck with somebody.
Yeah.
Like you can respect somebody and stay your distance from them.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just the fact that like if you in the culture, if you in the game, then you have to understand what came before you.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you really don't respect the game itself.
Yeah.
And that's just like,
that's how I always am with my big homies, like Biggs, Flose, Jason, Ebola, all them dudes. Like even if we don't get along and touch base every time, I always respect them. Like they were doing this before me, and they've mentored me, thankfully, and gave me some good advice and showed me what this and that. So I think our up and comers under us, like, have a good, like, it's growing, like, and you guys grew up on social media a lot. So a lot of them young kids know how to utilize that very well. And that can be huge because you don't have to do shows anymore and all this. You got it all right there and on these computers and phones. Like it. And it's not saying it's easy, because it's not, because there's a million rappers right now. So going into the global state of music, like the big scene of it, it's oversaturated. Rap is very oversaturated because anyone can do it. What you got right there, them two items,
right?
You can start being a rapper right now. You know, you don't have to you don't have to have a studio. You don't have to do all this. All you got to do is know how to run a computer and a mic. Yeah. So I think like there's so much music out there, but at the same time it's dope because there's so many different styles and so many different people that are making music. But it's hard to get known and get listened to right now because there's so many ears on so many different people. So, but I like today's music. I like, a lot of people say mumble rap or whatever, that melodic shit, but I love that. Like I love all types of music. I think music is just beautiful. So it's like everything evolves, right? Yeah. Like the guys before us had to go into a studio and use tapes and stuff. Yeah. But it evolved into, now we have it this easy, but why not use the tools that are there? So like the rap game, it evolves, like the music, the sound, everything. Right. There's so many different subgenres of rap now, just like rock. Not all rock is supposed to sound the same. Yeah, definitely. You want it to be different. You don't have to listen to Lil Uzi, Vert, any of them, or Juice WRLD or all that. You can still listen to Nas, Tupac, Joey Badass. Like he's making music like that, boom bap. So it's like there's still music for everyone out there. I used to hate on it, like, oh, there's no talent in that. Then I tried to do some melodic shit. Boy, that's a whole different talent. Yeah. Sure, they might not lyrically be as well as some of these other rappers, but their melodics, their melodies, their style, it's different. Like, it's like, even how you said, you brought up Crisis, and I'm not saying Crisis can't rap. No, I'm just saying, to follow up on what you just said. Yeah, he sat down here and he told me, I like to pick
the wavelengths.
Yeah.
He said, I like when the sound makes someone feel like something in their ear, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of going for like, let me see how beautiful this can sound over, let me see how beautiful, what words I can say.
Yeah.
What's the best words I can possibly say?
Uh-huh.
But he's more thinking, how well can I make this sound?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out Crisis. We're going to be doing a track soon. I just talked to him. I talk to him like every day, actually. Like, he's a good dude. And that's one dude that's willing to listen and learn and show respects. Like, he's a good dude. He's got a good mindset going on. And, you know, that comes with working out and being dedicated to something and being motivated. He's a cool dude. I like that kid. And I like his sound. It's different. You know, it's not what we're used to hearing around here. So,
at what point can someone get into the game, get into the lifestyle, and then call themselves a rapper? Does the word rapper, does it hold any weight? Does the word artist hold any weight?
Yeah.
And at what point can they finally wear that chain?
And that's another thing. I said that in a song. Don't call me just a rapper. I'm a motherfucking artist. Like, I like looking at his music as like art. Like, I just happen to rap, but I can make other music too. So like, but to be called a rapper, you know, quote unquote rapper, like, I feel like anyone can call themselves a rapper, but at the same time, I've noticed a lot of people will hear a rap song and be like, oh, anyone can write lyrics. You could sit here and write a song right now. But do you have the delivery? Do you have the flow? Do you have the wittiness? Do you have just all of that into one? A lot of people make the mistake of just getting into this writing music and doing all this shit and thinking, oh, I sound good. And then they release a song and it sounds very forced and awkward.
Yeah.
Their delivery's not good. Their flow's not good. And you're just harming yourself more than that. Practice your craft. Don't be in a rush. You got time. Like, there's a time for everyone. And I've always been like that. Like, when my homies are moving, like Jay and Gifo and all them dudes, when they're dropping shit, like, I'm trying to work around everything because I don't want to overstep anything. I don't want them to overstep me. You know, it's like there's always time for you to release something. So work on your craft before. That'd be like your first video ever shot, even if it was mid. Like, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna. This is the best work ever. I'm gonna put it out. It's like, maybe I should work on my. Not you, but just in general. Sure. Like,
you're right about that.
Yeah, I never used to put out music that I didn't think was good, and I always got embarrassed to put out music because I was like, I doubted myself. But then when I started hearing my homies like, damn, that's really good. That's when I guess I could quote unquote say I felt like a rapper. When people that I wouldn't show publicly, but just like under the table, like, damn, he's good. Like, or if we're at a party and they're, Brady, hit a freestyle for me, or Brady, play him your track you just did. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm a rapper now. So I think it's when people start wanting to hear you do that is when you can say that, or when you're getting love and people are saying, hey, this is good. You know,
that's why the people matter so much.
100%.
Especially in times like these where people are so disconnected at the moment. It's nice. It's reassuring to get that like benefit of, yo, you're doing a good job. Yo, your shit's really rocking right now. I'm listening. You know, when I wake up, I listen to your track. You know, I hear that a lot from people that sit here and about their music. But yeah, so it's like, it's almost like the gratification of the audience that makes a person what they are at a certain point.
100%.
And like, even in my field where you're a videographer, photographer, at the moment, I don't really claim myself to be anything because I just let people define me.
Yeah, sure.
Because at this point, you know, a lot of people know me for different things.
Yeah.
Because I've done graphic design, I've done video, photo.
You're an artist, like I said.
Exactly.
You're an artist. You don't have a box like me with my music. You like to create.
Exactly. And with different mediums.
Yeah.
That's why I say that NASTYCO creates different visuals with different media types.
Okay, right.
You know, for the culture.
Yeah.
And even when I was growing up, I was like, I really had an issue with the word artist.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I can call myself an artist because everyone else is an artist. I don't want to be like everyone else.
Sure.
I want to be on my own level.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where I was like, you're not being like everyone else. You're just joining in on the culture.
Yeah.
You know, you're joining in on what other people are into, what other people like. You know, you're just like,
you're doing subcultures to the main culture. Like with
it's just like an overall thing.
Yeah, like rap is rap, but there's melodic rap, there's boom bap rap. So it's like that with your art. So that's dope. And
that's why I try to do things like this and get you, and like, you know how I said, if you care about the game, if you care about this lifestyle, you'll want to invest time into
Yeah.
understanding the OGs, understanding who came before you, the pioneers.
Yeah.
I know Raw Reality, shout out.
Yeah.
I always talk about him on here because
Jason.
That's my
he's
guy. The one that he was the first person that has ever went out of his way to make sure I was good.
Dope.
That's dope. And he was like, yo, let me show you this, I'll put you on this. And I was just like, bro, you don't need to be doing any of this shit, but you're still doing it. That was badass. Shout out
Jason. He's a good dude, man.
And Nina. They're both really cool because Nina was there too. Okay. She was helping me out the whole way too. So yeah, both of them, power couple, power moves.
Yep.
And it's just like going to the future because right now I do feel like youngins are, and even I include myself as well, I think it might be just social media at a certain point where it's like you do feel like you have to get this done, you know? And it's just like it's a process, man. And
it's overwhelming.
I be having to show myself and like let myself breathe. Yeah. You know, because sometimes I be sleeping 2 hours a night because I gotta get this fucking video edited, I gotta get this rendered. But it's like sometimes
self-care is important. You're my friend beyond music. So, you know, I went to him, I was like, hey man, like, you know, I love you, bro. You're like my, you know, one of my good homies. So if I seemed off, I'll own that. That's my fault. And I apologize and told him how I felt. And, you know, and he said, I'm glad we had this talk. And that's how it should be, you know? And
exactly, because at that point, you know that you're becoming a man. You're already a man because you're thinking that way. You're not just trying to like go around the shit, you know, beat around the bush, for lack of better words. And you're trying to like go directly to the source and being like, look, let's figure this shit out because I still want you in my life. Yeah. And I hope you want me in your life. And this petty, you know, shit is just not enough to get in the way between us.
Yeah. Like,
and I respect that too.
Yeah. That's grown man shit. You gotta, if you care about someone as a person. Yeah. Have that talk with them, you know. If something feels off, have that talk. Exactly. I'm big on that. So.
And to add off on that a little bit, I've been having fucking battles with my demons too, where it's like, what is a man? What am I trying to be to the point where what am I trying to show if I have a kid one day, if I have a son one day, what am I going to tell him? Hey, this is what a man is. Yeah. What am I going to say? What's the answer back that after he asked me that question? Yeah. Me personally, I've never been taught what it is to be a man. Sure. By a father figure. Yeah. I just been taught by the streets, by the people around me. Yeah. I'm not no gangster. I want you guys to know that. Right. 100%. I just know that I've been around a lot of shit. Yeah. To the point where I've been taught by OGs. I've been taught by the streets and shit. To the point where I'm seeing a lot of grown men now recently act like fucking pussies. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. And I'm turning 23 here soon. And I feel like I act older than guys fucking in their 30s, guys. And like, you know, it's like, it's to the point where I'm just like, if I don't get my shit straight with myself right now, I'm going to be struggling later on, you know?
And that's good that you're young and you recognize that.
And it's people because of like you, people because of, you know, Raw Reality, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. People because of OGs like that, pioneers before me, is the reason why I can thrive now. Yeah. You know?
And that's good. You gotta love yourself. Like we were talking about self-love and self-care is big, dude. Like that's something you gotta always be happy on. And you're right about like grown men acting like bitches. Like there's a lot of it, man. And I think like you said, I grew up fast. Like I grew up in a lifestyle like around drugs and crime and my dad and I, he's like my best friend now, my real dad, but he lived in Des Moines when I was growing up. And I'll be honest, we weren't that close because I didn't want to go up there and leave all my friends alone. Right. So we didn't talk much, but like he always was keen on telling me what it was to be a man. Like, you know, like look out for your mom, your sisters and chin up and like handle your shit, you know, like, and he always taught me to be, no matter what it is you do, be the best at it. Like, even if I'm sweeping floors at a fast food joint, sweep that floor better than the man before you. For sure. Because that goes in life. And that's, to answer your question, what I want to teach my son is be the best at what you can be and always protect your siblings and your family and be a decent human being. And that's all you should need in life. Be decent, do good, and protect your family. Like, and treat people like with respect. And that's what it is to be a man. I feel like or to even be a person in general. Just
a human being.
Yeah. Just to be good a human being is protect, respect, love, and just live life.
Yeah, because like there was this guy that just got out the joint, and I was working with him at the foundry, and he told me, he's like, "Yo, if you ever got nothing to do at a job, pick up a broom and just start sweeping whatever the fuck. Because then you look busy as hell, and they can't tell you, bro, why you not working when you're sweeping, you're doing some shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I try to translate that to my whole life, where it's like, if I'm not doing something for like my career here, I'm gonna be going getting my fucking bread at a full-time job, or if not that, like, because I already kind of like cancel out a full-time job because that kind of is the norm around humankind, you know. So I kind of just like when I get off work, it's not like, oh, finally off work. Like, I have to be like, oh, I got to make sure I get my shit done, because now it's working for my career. So I try to translate that to my life, and hopefully the future is bright for me. And for yourself, I know I told you that you might have a bright future. That's what I believe. Where do you think Brady Raps will go from here as a person, as Brady? And as Brady Raps.
Oh, okay. So as a person, I want to go up as far as I want to be successful for my kids. I want them to have a good home. And right now, my ex-wife and I are not together no more. So that was a hard one. Because I grew up in a single household. My mom and dad got divorced, and then my stepdad was in prison for a lot of my childhood. So I want to be present in my kids' life. Like, I want to make sure they know that I'm there for them always. Like my dad, I always knew my dad was there for me. So I want them to see that too. Like, and I try to, I want them to be able to call me for advice and all that. So that's where I want to be. I want to be a good dad, and I want to have a successful career for them to follow, and somewhere safe to be when they want to be. And as far as music, really, I've always been like the type, like, I don't try, like, I try, but I don't like go too hard. I don't really have, I've always, and this is my downfall, like, I'm a great rapper. I can make good music, but my downfall is I don't have the drive to be a certain way. Like, I just go with the flow, like, and I've always said, if I don't make it, that's cool. I love rap, and people get that misconstrued, like, well, if you loved it, you should want to be the best and blow up. I don't want that. Like, I just want to make music that people can listen to, whether I make it or not. But I do hope that I can keep growing to where I can generate enough revenue off my merch and streams and everything else to just pay my bills. And even if it's just to pay my bills, shit, I made it. And lately, the last few months, I'm grateful enough to where Facebook has paid my bills. I'm making money off that. So that's a step that I wanted to hit. Goals, they're paying my bills. So my next goal would be, I guess, is to make a living off it and not have to work a 9 to 5. I want to be able to be, I guess you could say, a content creator. I want to, or a musician, all that. I want to be able to make music and post on Facebook or social medias. And I would way rather do that than work a 9 to 5. I want to be able to create art, like we were talking about, and make a living off of it. So that's the next goal. And then after that would be able to never have to work again because I made enough money. But I'm gonna do that. I tell myself, and I always say, even if this is the best that happens, hell yeah, dude, I've made money off my art. Like, I never asked for that. I've always thought, oh, you can just listen to my music. That's cool. I've generated hundreds of thousands of plays on YouTube, tens of thousands on Spotify and Apple, because I don't post a lot on there, which I will be doing, people, I promise. That's my next goal, is to, we'll talk about that as the album I'm about to do and future plans I have for that shit. I will give you a lot more music on them streaming platforms, but like on Facebook, I probably have hundreds of thousands of views on my Facebook videos, Instagram. So I'd say, I know I've touched close to 1 million views, like with my music, on different platforms. I know I've surpassed probably 1 million streams. So that's cool. Even I was cool with that. Like, my music's being heard. I just want people to enjoy my music. At the end of the day, I enjoy doing it. So worst case, this is all it is. Hey man, that's awesome. But I always want more. That's how I am in life too. I want more. I'm like my dad. I just want to fucking go get it. So but I don't force an image. I don't force myself to go get it. I just go with the flow, and that's how I am. I'm kind of up and down, but yeah, man. So yeah, that's how I am.
That was clean. Clean. Usually, the last question I'd be asking people most of the time is, what is your statement to the future guys that are looking out there that are trying to, the up and comers, the new kids on the block that are trying this out, and you give them the little advice. Yeah, I think you did that already. Yeah, in this conversation, I think you said a lot more than you should, like a lot more than you would have in this little time frame here. Yeah. So I asked you before if you can do a rap while here. Yeah. You think you got that? Yeah, I got. So let's just hit that rap there, and then we'll call it a good day from there. All right, I'll go with the I did a song, Camelot, a remix. So I'll hit it and we'll see how it goes. So I'll do an acapella. I said, go ahead. Brady, where you been? Well, I've been plotting like a story, trying to level up my gaming into different categories. I've been chilling since the Rona, Call of Duty with the squad. It's like real life, homie. You step in the spot, we got him. While you thinking I'm a joke, I'm out here running up these digits. I'm focused on the family, never got time for these bitches. I ain't worried about the women, cause these do be pussy too. Trying to pay up for my address, but that's what a pussy do. I'm gonna keep on making moves, cause I'm finessing when I'm stepping, and I'm decent with these hands. I don't ever carry weapons. I'm John Wick for my dogs. You touch them, then I'm spazzing. We gon' catch them where they slip and beat their asses while we laughing. Real life player shit. It ain't no movie. You be talking on the net, but I'm silent when I'm moving. So I'm doing what I does. I finagle with these beats, 10,000 views when I drop. They all love it when I'm speaking. I put time into my craft. I'm investing for the coming. I'm finessing on the mic, so I got food up in my stomach. Bitch, I'm nice with these bars. Go ahead and try it. I be shutting shit down cause I'm sick. Coronavirus. The hate up in my city. Hold that pity or get left. Y'all too tired making moves. Better go and get some rest. I've been on the clock working. I ain't leaving till I'm finished. Cause the way I'm feeling lately, it's like Popeye with the spinach. Bitch, I hop out and I'm ready. Get on stage and then I'm leaving. Get my money, head home. Cause I practice what I'm speaking. I don't even need a hook. The way I spit, I got them locked. Confidence been top notch since the first day that I dropped. It's a fucking banger, baby. Put me out, I'm burning up. Anytime you hear me in your speakers, better go and turn it up. Anytime I'm out riding, always got my dudes with me. This is 7-1 Deuce. Put it down for Sioux City. Yeah. That was a fun one. I never did an acapella, so that's pretty dope. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why we do this.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly why. And that's the best statement that we can say, that's the culture right there. Yep. If you ain't coming in like that, you know what I mean?
Work on your craft.
Get your fucking bars up.
Cause I'm cocky, I'll eat you up.
And hey, man, you just spitting that right there, man. Yeah, makes everything worth it here. I've been wanting this interview for the longest time.
I appreciate it.
I know a lot of people out there rock with you. I know there's a lot of people that have mixed feelings as well. Mm-hmm. But that's just what comes with being so great, Yeah. So Brady Raps, y'all, Nasty Collective. I appreciate you for coming on, and appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you too, bro. Thank you, guys.
Y'all have a great day, dude.
I hope you enjoy.
We out. Doses.